My name is Harry. I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Okay, today is January 20th, 2022. It's 2:40 a.m. This is video number 2. I'm gonna focus on Britney. There's someone I follow on Twitter that usually shares stuff that's going on with Britney Spears. So I'm gonna go through her timeline and just share some of the tweets for some of you who are, a fan of hers. So I wanted to look at it. So while I'm looking at it, I decided to share it with you. All right, so that's here. Britney's Law Army. There she is. I'm starting from January 10th. Okay, we'll be back in Los Angeles next week for a court hearing on January 19th, which was yesterday hearing. Okay, because the fight isn't over. While Britney might be free, we still have to get justice for Britney. Where did her money go? Who profited from her unlawful conservatorship while other abuse occurred? All right, so that happened yesterday. There's I guess some court document that's out. I can't find it. I can't find it. All right, so let me go through her tweets. That's the first one. I'm gonna try not to go to the comment, and depend on how long I stay and reading some of her tweets, and maybe I'll come back to read some of the comments. Okay, has Jamie Lynn Spears been canceled yet? Okay, there's this. Okay, ABC exclusive, quote, I love my sister. I've only ever loved and supported her and done what's right by her, end quote. Despite their complicated relationship, Jamie Spears tell Judy Chang, ABC, she still has a deep love for her big sister, Britney Spears, da da da. All right, let's see. 30 seconds. What's that part?
Despite their complicated relationship, Jamie Lynn says she still has a deep love for her big sister.
What happened to that love?
Money.
What has caused this rift between
Money?
you?
That love is still there, 100%. I love my sister. I've only ever loved and supported her and done what's right by her, and she knows that. So I don't know why we're in this position right now.
Despite their complicated relationship,
What? I didn't follow it deep enough for me to know every little bits and pieces. But if you did love her that much, the pain that she was going through, how come you didn't speak against it? Why you didn't speak up? Usually when, I know it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. But usually in the midst of things, when things are hot and boiling and things is happening, this is where true core values usually speak up. Similar to, I've said in my other channel, Dawn Butler. When things were not right, she stood up and speak up. All right, even though they threw her out of whatever that place, Parliament, okay, for speaking her truth to let people know the truth. Why didn't she speak and say, "My sister is in pain. Don't do this"? It's very hard when you've been in control by your parents and all of this. Sometimes it's hard to speak against your own family. But your sister was in pain. She was saying she's in pain. Why you didn't speak up? Why you didn't speak up? It took, I'm not included here, okay, in this part. It took her fan to speak up, to search for justice for her. If it wasn't for Britney's fan, we will not be in here where Britney is free trying to fight back. They make her look crazy, but Britney is very smart. She's very smart. She was fully aware of what's going on. They were trying to drug her, give her medication so they could subdue her to do what, to make her do what they wanted her to do. But where were you? Why weren't you speaking against it? Oh my goodness. There's the person who tweeted it saying snake, snake, snake. Let's go into the comment. I did say I wasn't going to go to the comment, but this is interesting. All right, let's see here. If she truly loved her sister, she will not be doing interviews. Okay, she could do interviews, say free Britney, and say I am so excited for her to finally live her life the way she chose to. If that does not include us, I will be sad. In the meantime, I'll work on better myself. Hopefully one day when I'm no longer toxic, we can have a relationship. All right, let me move out of this. But we sort of pretty much most of this I'm pretty sure is gonna be the same sense that I feel. Let's see here. Let's read some few one and then leave. Britney knows that your vacation at her beach home and call it your own while she was locked away. Really? Against her will too. Locked away against her will. Now I see why she never made it as an actress. Okay. Because people could read through her BS. Okay, good morning, America. You should have asked about the condo in Florida. You should have asked her about how Britney literally said Jamie knew how she was being treated. This is what I was saying. You didn't ask her the right question, just a bunch of soft ones. That's what I was saying here. You knew she was going through some pain. They were putting her through pain and suffering, mental abuse, well, I don't know if it was also physical, but mentally. You knew, but you didn't say anything because life was good for you. All right, I move out of this. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay, so she will do that again. Not gonna lie, I find it pure drama and the headline frustrating. My question is, will new conservatorship laws create change so family members can and will help get people like Britney Spears out of conservatorship instead of going on national TV after to claim they tried? Okay, that's that same interview. I'm assuming exclusive Jamie Lynn Spears is opening up like never before. All right, so that's this one here. This video. Okay, the law always provide an avenue for family members to help. As a sibling, Jamie Lynn has standing to file a petition to terminate or request to become an interested party. She just didn't. There it is. This is what I'm saying. She didn't do the right thing at the time. Britney fought her. That it's on PYTE. This video is gonna be on APTS Sussex. That I believe over the summer 2021, where Britney spoke during her hearing, I knew she threw the kitchen sink. She had nothing to lose. She threw the kitchen sink and then let people know what was going on. And that led to the ripple effect of eventually being freed. And then meanwhile, her father was using her money to hire all sort of lawyers left and right to prevent her from getting the justice that she deserved. Oh my God, this is evil, pure evil. All right, let's go to the next tweet that she shared. Okay, quote, yet your loyalty is still with the people who hurt me most. That's the broken heart. It is so wise of Britney Spears to keep a distance from people who continue to have relationship with her abusers. Why should she trust someone who is loyal or still has a relationship with those that harm her? Let's see here. Okay, Jamie Lynn, I don't think your book is about me at all. I say some harsh things because you obviously hurt me by the things you are making up about me. When I say only a scum person will make up things like that about someone, I could have sworn I said, quote, but you're not, end quote. But it doesn't make sense at all to me what you are saying. I know you work hard for the life you have and you have done amazing. But I think we will both have to agree to the fact that the family has never been remotely as hard on you as they have been on me. Wow. What that did to me, they don't even do that to criminals. Oh my God. So for you to sit back and act completely aloof to what has happened to me is honestly insane to me. Do you know anybody who worked as hard as I did and the hours I put in? Oh my God. Oh, during those 13 years only to be sent away for 4 months for no reason at all. And I won't even mention what was done to me in that place. It took them years to give me a cup of coffee. Wow. People who have killed people and are in jail or on death row can have as much coffee as they want. So why the hell was my own family hiding coffee from me? Wow. And she was making millions for them. You guys treated me like nothing, and that's not even half of it. I'm honestly shocked Dad isn't in jail. Come on, we are supposed to have each other's back, but what you are saying just truly confuses me. All I know is I love you unconditionally, so go ahead and say whatever you want. It's so tacky for a family to fight publicly like this, you say. Okay, you say you love me, yet your loyalty is still with the people that hurt me the most. Oh my God. Okay, I think the thing that saddened me the most is that when this all happened to me and when I call you from that place, you will have take days to respond. Look at this. I didn't even read all of this. Okay, that's what I was saying. At the midst, when everything was hot and everything, you knew she was in pain. Why didn't you do something about it? My goodness. And there it is. She's saying, I think that was either a tweet or an IG post or something like that. So this person is retweeting her thing here. Okay, screenshot of her thing. Of Britney Spears' either IG post or tweet. Okay, let's see here. All right. I think the thing that saddens me the most is that when this all happened to me and when I call you from the place, you will take days to respond. What? I never got to talk to you. You will just text me days later, and I was so scared. Oh my God, I needed you, my family, my blood, and your support more than anything. Wow, she was calling her in the middle when she was in pain. She didn't return the phone call. And then she took days to respond. Oh my God. You guys did absolutely nothing until a year ago. Said something on Instagram and you and Brian showed up at my house because of an Instagram post. That makes me the saddest. Why? Because I needed you way before. Way before that, and the fact that you and Brian showed up laughing at my gate instead of knowing you should have been here way before that makes me very sad. Oh my God. This is sad reading this. This is sad reading this. I don't care anymore. Say whatever you want to say. Just know I do not know your real heart more than anyone. It's your life and you deserve a beautiful life. I wish I would be able to do what you're doing and do interviews. I'm scared of all of it. I admire you for being strong. Just know I love you, and I think you know that already more than anything. And this is why sometimes when people see the glamorous thing, okay, the facade of things, the final product of things, people have jealousy of wanting it too. You just never know what goes in the background. You never know what's going on in the background. Who would want to deal with that kind of pain and suffering that Britney Spears was dealing with? Nobody. Wow. May God continue to bless her and may God get her justice. Okay, there's 9 comments under it. Let's see here. Kay said that her family loves money more than Britney's well-being. Those people aren't her family. Sam, Faye, Russian God, the fan, and her sons are Britney's real family. Okay, it angers me a lot that Jamie and Brian did this to Britney. I have gone so much and back and forth to the hospital. It's human basic kindness. Also, a different family wouldn't make her do this in the first place. This family has a lot of hurt. The thing is that, from my understanding, there's a possibility whoever was in control of the money probably had an agenda. And then, because I don't know, let me not put my opinion on this one. Okay. Let's see here. This family has a lot of hurt. They all need heal. They need to talk it out respectfully, likely with the help of a good therapist. At this point, I don't think Britney wants to speak because they were trying to shut her mouth, put a nozzle in her. Right now, I think what will heal her is those people put to justice. I think that would be me. All right? Please, knock on wood, I never get to this point, or any member of my family to ever get to that situation. But at this point, after years, 13 years, can you imagine that? 13 years, nobody in her family did something about it? At this point, you want justice. There's no talking anymore. You want justice. I'm telling you, when you get people upset to a break, they don't give a F anymore. Okay, that's true. I'm pretty sure she's done with these people. There it is. But since she happens to be a kind person, she felt bad of calling her younger sister scum publicly despite being correct. That is true. It's more than loyal. Jamie Lynn is totally brainwashed. Lou is no different than Charles Manson, in my opinion. Okay, what I love is how Jamie Lynn keeps posting how well her book is doing. The people are buying it, so read to see what you lied about and how you're turning Britney's story into your sobbing story. Okay, and she shouldn't. Her sister is a liar and knows exactly what she did. No one is believing her lies. This whole situation is horrific. No one should be subjected to ish like Brit did. They should be locked up, Daddy Dearest, and the whole lot. When we get to the bottom of it, we will know. Okay, we will know. Because you need concrete evidence before you go to court. You can't just go with hearsay kind of thing. Okay, there's more here. Jamie Lynn just stop shaming Britney Spears for speaking her truth publicly. On one hand, you said this disagreement should be handled privately and it's embarrassing she's talking publicly. On the other hand, you threaten to share things publicly. That gaslighting. Okay, I don't follow her for me to know. So there's a screenshot of that. Okay, so there's Jamie Lynn. Okay, just call me. I have attempted many times to speak to you directly and handle this privately like sisters should, but you still choose to do everything on public platform. Really? Interesting. How come I haven't seen a video or something like that where Britney is making interviews? And I just show you guys one from ABC, Good Morning America. In the meantime, please stop continuing the narrative that I haven't been there for you or that I'm making things up. I'm happy to share how many times I've reached out to you, supported you, and tried to help you. This is embarrassing and has to stop. I love you. So did all the harsh work here and then I love you. My goodness. I don't even need to go in this. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay, so it started here and it continues here. Okay, one of Britney's ex-boyfriend is speaking out against Jamie Lynn. Okay, quote, Jamie Spears controlled the money. Okay, and we know that already. And Jamie Lynn blew through a lot of hers, so they both always quote the conservatorship. Jamie Lynn is just saying all this crap to sell her book and make money, end quote. Okay, who's this guy? Wow. All she wanted to do was go out. Even, look, we may not agree how somebody spent their money, okay? Their money. But guess what? They worked their butt off, okay? From what I've seen, Britney Spears worked her butt off to have her money. We may disagree with many things. I don't know how she spent her money. I haven't shared much and I haven't followed her that religiously for me to know all of that. But just in general, not just Britney Spears, just in general. But when those person getting up 5 a.m., 6 a.m., whatever it may be, can't even sleep in their own bed, they're flying different places, sleep in hotels, do this gig at night, left and right, it's not us who's doing it, it's them. So when they spend their money, whether we like it or not, we just have to pray for them to enjoy themselves because they work their butt off for it. And it's sad that Britney Spears, who, multimillionaire, look, this is what her parents did. Her family did to her. Lock her up and then work her like a slave, take her money and do as they please. This is beyond abuse. Okay? Just by looking at this picture, it made me think about that. There's her. Just wanted to have fun. May God bless her. May God give her the justice that she deserves. And the most saddening thing for me with Britney Spears' situation, she didn't get to enjoy her kids. Okay? Enjoy meaning that to see them grow, to get up every day to see them, where your kids, disagree with you, you talk to them, you do this, nothing goes smoothly. Nobody said raising kids is easy, but those moments, those precious moments, whether you go on vacation with them, you have a little discussion, disagreement, this kind of thing, and then you come back again, you go back to your loving your kids and whatever it may be. Okay, the ups and downs and everything in between. She didn't get that. They deprive her from that with her kids. They deprive her of that. This is very sad. This, it's unforgivable because we cannot go back to time. We cannot go back to time. This is the most saddening thing for me. Two things. One, her freedom. They take her freedom away. Second, she didn't get to spend time with her kids the way that she wanted to. That's the most saddening thing. And then there were occasions where she had her visitation with her kids. They cut her visitation short. This is pure evil. I mean, there's so many evil going on in this world, but my goodness, each one is worse than the other. All right? That's her just having fun. All right, let's see. Jamie Lynn and Jamie Spears are the absolute worst. That was in quotes, by the way. A former boyfriend of Britney told the Post Friday, quote, Jamie Spears controlled the money and Jamie Lynn blew through a lot of hers. So they both always pull the conservatorship. Jamie Lynn is just saying all this crap to sell her book and make money. There's an ex here who's just telling his truth. Let's see here, a little off topic. I always love Charlie. He looks like a good guy. Okay, same. Okay, like I said, I don't follow them, but whatever. So these are people who follow them and knows a little bit more about him. But look at this, just looking at the picture, and I was able to say all of those stuff. All right, there's the next tweet. Hey, from LA, tomorrow we will be updating you on the latest hearing. We expect it to be an epic one, which should center around the final accounting, which has never been approved from before the C ship was termed. Okay, conservatorship. Okay, okay. Sometimes the abbreviation on Twitter, because if she write it, it will be too long. It's gonna remove from her characters, tweet characters. All right, let's read that sentence again. Okay, from before the conservatorship was terminated. Tune in for more info. All right, expect. So where did she? All right, so she fixed something here. All right, so let's see here. So that was January 18, the day before yesterday. So she's saying there's something that's gonna be in court. All right, Britney told Jamie Lynn to shut the F up for real. Okay, so there's a paper here. Let's read that if I could see. January 17, 2022, Jamie Lynn Spears sees desire things I should have said. Okay, dear Miss Spears, as you know, I represent your sister Britney Spears and I write at her request concerning the above reference matter. We write with some hesitation because the last thing Britney wants is to bring more attention to your ill-timed book. Okay. That's probably, yep, that's Britney Spears' lawyer. Okay, so that's what Britney Spears told her lawyer to say for her. All right, but put it more formal. The lawyer put it in more formal. All right, let's see here. We write with some hesitation because the last thing Britney wants is to bring more attention to your ill-timed book and its misleading or outrageous claim about her. Although Britney has not read and does not intend to read your book, she and millions of her fans were shocked to see how you exploited her for monetary gain. She will not tolerate it, nor should she. You, of all people, know the abuse and wrongdoing Britney had to endure during the conservatorship after initially growing up with a, quote, ruinous and, quote, alcoholic father. Oh, the father was alcoholic. Interesting. Ooh, okay. In fact, your own book reportedly stated that your father, quote, spent most of my life in that cycle of ruinous behavior. His bout of drinking caused me periods of tormented and sorrow, end quote. So, okay. So he took a quote from her book to bring her, to spew it back at her. So if they're saying the father is not alcoholic, but he took it from her book. Okay, as I have previously stated, having endured a 13-year conservatorship that stripped her of civil rights and fundamental liberties, Britney will no longer be bullied by her father or anyone else. Britney was the family breadwinner, okay, and she also otherwise supported you. Publicly airing false and fantastical grievances is wrong, especially when designed to sell books. It is also potentially unlawful and defamatory. There it is. Her lawyer is, that's like a warning, I think. That's like a warning. So they better be careful. Michelle Obama famously said, quote, when they go low, we go high, end quote. I'm thinking of Tina and Michelle with her stiletto heels on their necks. But anyway, let me continue. And to Britney's great credit, that is exactly what Britney is going to do for the time being. That's a warning. Yeah, that's a warning for the time being. She's giving you a warning. Please stop doing this. Because if you don't stop, she's going to go after you. That's the way I see this here. Okay, you recently reportedly stated that the book was, quote, not about her, end quote. She takes you at your word, and we therefore demand that you cease and desist from referring Britney's derogatorily during your promotional campaign. Yeah, that's definitely a warning. Saying like, don't use me, don't put my name in your book, don't say nonsense about me. This is a warning. That's definitely a warning. Okay, if you fail to do so or defame her, Britney will be forced to consider and take all appropriate legal action. I knew it. I knew it. That's a warning. That's a warning. Yep, that's a warning. Your representative may contact me if you have any question. They don't want to speak to you. Let your lawyer speak to, lawyers speak to lawyers. Yeah, that wasn't God is really good. That's a really good attorney. And I think they said he was a prosecutor. So he knows what's up. I knew that was a warning. I knew that was a warning. Okay, let's see here. What time is the hearing? 1:30 Pacific time. Okay. Remember, I'm just going through Britney Law Army timeline because I haven't been catching up. So I started, I believe, from January 10th. So I'm just going through her timeline. Okay, there's here, preparing tradition, egg slot. Okay, she's whatever she's going to bring to her, the 14 hours. So that was yesterday. Okay, a lot was discussed and caught today, and there were fireworks, updates, and coming. Free Britney, justice for Britney. All right, let's see it. Okay, 8 hour. Okay, at onset, we want you to know that Judge Penny explicitly stated today that the conservatorship has been terminated. Okay, so the judge is telling them there's no conservatorship, so Britney is free already. Okay, some of the petitions addressed today were filed prior to the termination and therefore refer to Britney as the conservatee, but don't let that confuse you. Okay, so the judge is letting you know. So Britney is not in that kind of sense anymore. Let's see some of the comment under it. Okay, but Zabel is still temporarily conservator of the estate. Zabel has only very few and very limited powers. It's not like he can do as he pleases. If I'm remembering correctly, he is only there temporarily to help sort out Britney's trust. Her dad changed them around so much and Zabel is getting them in order. Okay. I felt like this was needed to go into. Jamie Spears or Britney Spears, $30 million and counting. What? Okay, thank God. Okay, there's one comment under it. Over 400 million. What? My goodness. Okay, does this include Zabel or just of the person? Okay, so this means the conservatorship of her estate is over. Okay, thank you. Keep up the great work. Thank you. All right, so let me get out of there. There's more comment here. All right, so which one did I just came here? Penny Sep. Okay, at onset, that's the one I just read. I got out of it. Now there's this. Penny separated the petition into 3 groups. 1 item to be handled today, 2 items that have been trailing along for some time, and 3 newly filed petition. Oh my God. Who's paying for all of this petition? Unless if it's necessary for Britney, that's different story. But her family keep on doing all this BS with the courts. That's wasting money and money. Her kids could have used money. Her kids could have used. My goodness. All right. So let's go to the next tweet. Item trailing along include 3 petitions filed for Ingram for his fees. Lowell and Lowell fees petition. Holland and Knight fee petition, Willis fee petition, and Montgomery's petition for compensation. What is all of this? Oh my goodness. Let's see that. What does this mean? Okay, the people want the money for the work they've done. Okay, they should be paid by Britney. Okay, OMG, what is going on? Everybody wants Britney's money. This is terrible. LOL, those are gonna stay in the trailing along list. Who's winning here? I'm confused. Boring. It's boring, but sometimes these things necessarily need to be said. Okay, let's see here. Which one did I? Okay, I read this. Okay, no, this one I just read. Item trailing along include 3 petitions filed for Ingram for his fees. Okay, these are lawyers who wanted to get paid. But the thing is that if Britney did not ask for this, if it's Britney Spears' dad, okay, who asked for these kind of lawyers, he should be the one paying it out of his pocket, not from Britney's conservatorship, because Britney wanted to be free from the conservatorship. So this should not be Britney Spears' problem. That's my humble opinion, but let's see how this continue. Okay, relief fee petition and Montgomery petition for compensation. So, they did their work. Let's not get this confused. Those attorneys, whoever those people are, if they did the work, they need to get paid. But at the end of the day, who hired them? If it wasn't Britney, Britney should not have to deal with that. If it's her father who hired these people, and he felt like it was necessary when Britney all along was saying, I don't want you to be there. So that's Britney Spears' father. That's the way I'm saying it here. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, Ingram began by arguing that the fee petition for Ingram, Lowell and Loweb and Holland and Knight are intertwined to his objection to Mr. Spears' new attorney fee. Oh my goodness. And that there is a real potential for criminal misconduct on the part of Jamie Spears. You see, that's what I think too. He's bringing all these people when it's not his money. That's the thing. It's not his money. But yet he's bringing all these people to do all of this work when the money is not coming out of his pocket. From my understanding, the minute Britney Spears was crying foul, I don't want you to be my conservatorship. Even though the conservatorship haven't been dismissed, they free her from that conservatorship. It should be against the people who hired, not under her estate. All right, that's 23 comment. Let's see here. Okay, they're really turning on Jamie now. Yeah, there's that. Sure, they want to get paid, but their expectation are just a little bit too high. Their fees are going to have to be negotiated down tremendously because as of now, they have trumped it up. Okay, or is Sam finally going to do the right thing by his former client? Okay, after billing her millions of dollars and siding with Jamie, he's doing this because Jamie will be in jail. Okay, now Ingram finally, anybody who was, the attorney that was representing Britney during her conservatorship need to look at as well, because if Britney is saying, I don't want this, and nothing was filed to free her, because you were supposed to be her mouthpiece, speak for her, do the right thing under the law, but nothing was done. Look at the minute she hires somebody else, things get done. So that attorney needs to be looked at. What was going on in there? Okay, is Sam finally going to do the right things by his former client? Okay, after billing her millions of dollars and siding with Jamie, he's doing this because Jamie would be in jail. Okay, now Ingram finally doing what he should have done for the past 14 years. Okay, so that Ingram guy is the one who was probably her attorney. Okay, 14 years, which is doing his job, but maybe he's only doing it because he wants to get paid. Everything comes to money. When the safe, meaning like the Britney Spears money, was open for anybody to just grab, so he was just grabbing, in my humble opinion. He go along with the father, but never have the core values to stand up for right, the ethical behavior. I don't know, someone like this, they should look at his, the Bar Association should look at it. Where were you practicing law the right way? Because he did not, in my humble opinion, I'm not a lawyer. I never been in, well, with one exception, something that I did 101, okay? So political science 101, whatever it was, as a elective. That doesn't qualify me to speak what the law is. But this person, this attorney, should be looked at, be reviewed. Have you been practicing law the right way, the ethical behavior of it? All right, let me get out of this. Okay, Rosenberg request. Okay, whew, every time I get out of it, I've lost. Okay, Rosenberg said the TriStar discovery issue will be going back on the calendar for another court date. So that's another argument that they need to discuss. Okay, Rosenberg requested an evidentiary hearing on the accounting. Okay, so they want to review her money. So when whatever he finds, he wants to come back to court and make sure the court hears what he finds. I think that's what it is. All right, so each thing, I guess each issue need time. Okay, because you can't crumble all of this because so many things were done while in that 13 years, 13 or 14 years, a lot of things was done. So you can't do all of them in one hearing. So things need to dissect. That's the way I'm seeing it. They need to dissect it. Each issue needs to be, the court needs to hear it individually. And then, because it's a lot of things, a lot of paperwork. For 13 years, there's a lot of paperwork to shuffle through to see the pattern of things, where each money goes and this and that. And each time they uncover something, they need to bring it to the court's attention to put it on record. This is what was happening. And then for the court to deal with it in appropriate time. This thing probably going to take a while. And meanwhile, Britney Spears' money is going down the drain. But at this point, I don't think she gave a F anymore, because they were abusing her for 13 years, working hard, and her money was going in their pocket. Okay, let's see here. Rosengart wants to fold the accounting and fee petition into one evidentiary hearing. All right, so that's it. That's exactly what I see here. Each thing in a different hearing. All right, because so much to go through. All right. Well, okay, Will made a verbal motion to strike any statement by Rosenberg today as without personal knowledge, and asked the court to limit his statement to only those he has personal knowledge of. Please, Rosenberg know what he's talking about. Otherwise, things he will not bring them up. And this is why I think he wants to, how do you call this? Dissect. Every little issue needs time and its own hearing for the court to hear it. Because each time after they finish one hearing and ask the court for a different time for a hearing, guess what? They go back to the drawing board and dissect things a little bit more, what they find, and then bring it back to the court. That's the way I see it. Okay, Vivienne Torin seen to have accepted the inevitable and didn't put up a fight. Instead, she agreed that the parties need to get into discovery and take some deposition. Okay. Weingarten complained, that's the name, I pronounced it wrong, complained that he received 27 media inquiries last night about Rosengart's recently filed objection before he got his copy in the mail. Okay. All right, let's go into that. And by the way, I think she's updating people what was going on in the court during that hearing. All right, let's see. He also could have been checking the court website for documents readily available, correct? Okay, poor Weingarten. Guess he didn't get the memo that lawyers have to work a lot. Okay, sound like an excuse to me. You could have stayed up. Okay, how many times did this happen to Rosengart at the beginning of his tenure? Okay, it's called ECF. Surely at $1,200,000 an hour, WFG knows to sign up for the bounce. Okay, how much is he being paid per hour? He can charge that to Jamie's bill. $1,500 an hour, and this is the best he can do? Wow. Oh, so LOL. Love me, Matthew. How is it feel to not know what's going on? Let us Britney. What it's like, huh? It's like the table is turning. Does he know whose case he is involved in? Okay, take it up to USPS. USPS is how do you call this? The mailing service in the United States. Okay, boo-hoo. So now Zadie is supposed to control the speed in which he gets his mail. All right, let me get out of this. Okay, so I don't get. Weinberg complained that he received 27. Okay, so I don't forget. this one I was here. Okay, wasn't got objection or nonsense demonstrably false or take out of context. So that's just argument here. Okay, wasn't God, I am compelled to respond to the lies told by what Weingarten. Okay, maybe this is now I pronounce it correct. Weingarten, he knows he is lying. Okay, so this is argument that's going on. She's keeping people up to date here. Wasn't God, Weingarten didn't say anything in his speech about whether Jamie Spears had any knowledge of electronic surveillance of my clients. Okay, wasn't God. Okay, so this is the person who's speaking. Weingarten should be ashamed. The notion that I planted the surveillance story is preposterous. He should be admonished. Okay, so there's a conversation going on in the court here. Wasn't God? These are facts. My office retained former FBI agent who worked with Mueller. Wow. Miss Abadi interviewed the whistleblower, Alex, for hours and deemed him credible, as well as review corroboration evidence for his allegation of surveillance. So that wasn't, but he did his homework. It's like there's people who knew FBI agent. Shit, this is good. Oh, Jamie Spears is screwed. Is screwed, and he well-deserved screwed. Okay, this wasn't God. When God should withdraw his false statement, or he should be admonished. Okay, admonished. The order appointing Loeb and Loeb as association counsel was never entered. Judge Penny said she needed to sign it, but, quote, it does not change the dynamics of where we are procedurally. It's going to be signed to reflect what happened, end quote. All right, let's go into that. This look like that's the judge. What does that mean? Okay, it means that either the court or one of the zillion lawyers dropped the ball, and L&L, who's that? L&L were never formally appointed, as the order from the judge was never signed and placed into the record, but Judge Penny is going to sign it retroactively as they acted as attorney in the case. Okay, can you explain what this means, please? Okay, the Emily Baker. Oh, okay, I follow her. She's really good. I should follow her as well here. She's really good. She has a YouTube channel. She discuss what do you call it? Any heavy law, any procedural things that's going in the court in the United States. She sometimes discuss them. You should follow her. Okay, I never understood why Britney's court-appointed lawyer needed his own counsel, especially at the expense of Britney. Oh, really? Did he? That's the one that I'm saying that I think the law, the Bar Association should look into him, because I don't think he did his job ethically. Okay, I can't imagine why that didn't happen. What does this mean? Okay, what does this mean? Okay, judges are above everything, huh? Okay, are you serious? Okay, let's go back. The order appointed Loeb. Okay. The order appointed. The order. Okay. The motion for sealing of the termination plan was granted. Okay. So they finalized that, it seemed like. The motion for sealing of termination. Let's go in this if somebody explain. Who motion was that? Judy, but I don't think anyone objected. Okay. Is this a win or lose for Team Britney? A win. That's what I think. So, yeah. That's what I think. What does this mean, Betsy? I think this is in reference to Britney's support decision-making plan and Zabel's setting up new trusts outside the conservatorship so no one can touch them. Yeah, that's what I thought. Finally, that's what I thought. That's exactly that. All right, that's Britney. The thing is done. They terminated. It's done with. Nobody can dispute that anymore. Okay, the motion for sealing. Okay, the motion for sealing. That's where I was. Gold withdrew his petition for substituted judgment, but requested an order granting Zabel authority to transfer the remaining asset and the conservatorship to Britney or her representative. Oh my God, Britney's money is... Let's move on. Okay, Nelson requested reserve fund be held in the conservatorship pending resolution of the pending fee petition. Okay, what does that mean now? Okay, who's Nelson? I almost choked. There's so many actors because Britney was like a freaking gold mine. Okay, her asset was tremendous. People saw money. They just went on at it at her own expense and her suffering. My goodness, so many actors in this thing. Okay, all these grown men fighting over a grown-ass woman's hard-earning money. You see, there it is here. I didn't even read this. Her earned hard money and using her money to do it. How can this be happening in 2022? Give that girl all her money today. This is why I felt like this is what this was about. Okay, heaven forbid the bank account is dry for them when Britney never had asset. There's the rolling eye. Okay, not sure how I feel about this. Okay, Notorious Honor, who is Nelson? I'm telling you, nobody knows. There's actors everywhere who's coming to get paid. Who is Nelson and what he was trying to do. Okay, haven't they got enough? They still want to take more from her. Okay, who's Nelson? Who's Nelson? Everybody's asking, what the F is this over of what? Okay, who the heck is Nelson? Who the hell is Nelson? The nerve, who is Nelson? Everybody's asking, who is it? Who? Well, they can go after the money that was stolen from her, get the money from Lou. Okay, that's what I think too. Britney has nothing to do with these people. That's what I believe. This is what I think her attorney should say. Britney had nothing to do with all these actors. They should go after her father. Okay? Her father felt like these people were needed. They should be the one. Okay? Nelson is like, who the hell is that? Okay, was involved. The conservatorship has been terminated. Britney should be allowed to control her money. She has no intent to dissipate her money. Okay, so let's go into that. This is a good one. Okay, even if she did intend to blow through her fortune, it's her money. You see, this is what I said at the beginning of this video. It's her money. Okay, we should not dare dispute how she spent her money. It's hers. But you have all these people who saw money. They just wanted to grab. And now all of a sudden they want to get paid. They should go after her father, whoever hired them, because Britney wanted to get out of this from the beginning. Okay, it's her money to do with as she chooses. The concern over what Britney spends her money is while giving her the conservatorship was cool with granting Mr. Bankruptcy Spears full control over Britney's finances throughout most of the conservatorship. Okay, yes, Matthew is speaking with truth. Okay, yes, she should. So why is this still a question? Remove Zabo, let Britney hire these people. Okay. They are trying to remove Zabo, but first the money needs to no longer be tied up in the conservatorship and transfer back to Britney. That's what Zabo and Rosenberg are trying to do. Okay, I understand it now. I sort of have a, okay, do you attend the hearing? Okay, she just wants some SketchUp, sushi, coffee, dessert, and vanilla candles. Your Honor. That's true. I heard that in one of her court document. Okay, and then all these people, they want to spend, her money. Okay, it's her money, for God's sake. She can do whatever she wants with it, even dissipate every single penny if she wants. And the thing is that with Britney, in a way, I think Britney is genius. She doesn't want to work anymore right now while all of this is going on, which means no money is coming in for these people to come and grab. So if she decides not to work, that's her business. Okay, let's sort out the money that's there now. Guess what? When everything is sorted out, whoever owes whom, what, and what, for sure, I think Britney owes Rosenberg, her current attorney. If she doesn't have money to pay that attorney, I think that's when Britney Spears is going to go back to work and say, you deserve that money. You helped me get out of this. Let me go back to work and make money to pay you. This is what I think Britney's trying to do here. But right now, she doesn't want to work because everybody wants her money. So with whatever money left in there, let's blow it for all she cares right now because she wants her freedom. All right, let me get out of this. Okay, Rosenberg, the conservative, had been terminated, so I don't lose where I am. Okay, has been, where was it? Conservative had been terminated. That's here. Okay, Rosenberg, Zabo should retain conservatorship financial until next hearing. Rosenberg, no. No reserve is appropriate. Zabo needs to be able to turn funds over to Britney. Wasn't God is not playing. It's like, no, we want this to happen right now because it's enough. That's what I'm seeing this year. Let's move on. I'm almost an hour. Okay, at the beginning of the hearing, Zabo introduced himself as, quote, former temporary conservator of the estate. Okay, so that's who he is. So did they appoint him to be a temporary conservator? Let's get into this. Okay, so what happened to Michael Caine? Okay, P. Sure, he had his mother in the conservatorship or something, so the movement expressed concern about him, and Maddie switches it up with Zabo. Okay, so the temporary con ended today then. Okay, it ended last time, only people made up conspiracies. Interesting. Okay, as professionals should. I'm sure his life has been a living hell trying to get financial from Jamie Spears so he can stop working on this account and move on to other things. LOL. Zabo sound like a Star Wars villain. Zabo drew a line and picked a side. Okay, I'm leaving the former temporary conservator of the estate person era. Okay, and people doubted him. Okay, what an idiot. There's this. Okay, let's move on. Okay, at the beginning of the hearing. Okay, that's where I was at the beginning. Where is it at the beginning? Okay, Jody Montgomery introduced herself as, quote, former temporary conservator, the person. Okay, I think I read about her. All right, Jody Montgomery. Okay, the fireworks have concluded back in action July 27th. R versus W. Okay, too many abbreviations. Literally, she's burning down the house. Who is that? Let's go in this. So confused what this means. Okay, that's what I meant. Too many abbreviation. Okay, the next court date is in July. Rosengard versus Weingarten. James Spears versus Whitney James Spears. Okay, I see here. Okay, R versus W. Okay, Rosenberg versus Weingarten maybe isn't the best abbreviation we use. A very famous legal case that will fit the same letter, and it's a little confusing. Okay, I was confused when I see too many abbreviation. My head just went psh. Okay, maybe Rod versus Wade. Okay, did anything get decided on today? Does this just actually work, or just sit there and watch the show while lawyers are reaping millions? Okay, I don't understand what this means. Me neither. Okay, I wonder what the chances are the depots are conducted by then. Okay, they're gonna drag their feet as long as they legally can. Okay, enough time for Rosengard to really build a case for higher court. That's what I think. This is what's going on. Okay, Rosengard. So, okay, dissecting everything. Okay, for each hearing, he bring what his finding was, and then at the end of each of those little hearing bits and pieces, and then the major filing where Britney's gonna sue her father and whoever's involved. This is what I think is happening. I think this is it. This is it. I agree with this. The party has only just begun. That's exactly that. Leave no stone unturned, Rosengard. You can do it. Okay, was there an outcome for anything, or is everything to be concluded? Continue. Okay, so is Isabel still conservator of the estate, or does she now have full access to her money? Okay, July. Even if they have access to her money, when push comes to shove, they're gonna need receipt. They're gonna need to know a certain amount was taken away. All right, so whoever took possession of the estate at a certain time, there's a beginning number. Okay, how much money was in the account, and then to the end, how much is left. Now we need to know what happened in between, where each money went. Okay, this is what Rosengard is doing. Current Britney Spears lawyer is doing, finding out what happened to all of the money. Where did those money goes? Okay, they branch out. Okay, from the beginning there was a certain amount, and then from the time he came in, where Britney hires him to speak on her behalf, now he needs to know from the beginning to the end what happened in between. That's what I see is going on here. All right, let's move out of there. Okay, the fireworks have concluded back in action 2017. All right, I read it so I know where I left off. Okay, I read this. The firework, where is it? Jody Montgomery, I read that's where I was. This one. On the agenda, everyone's fee petition. Jody petition granted. Jody's lawyer fee petition granted. Rosie is filing objection to the rest. Okay, every single one of it. Okay, So what I think is happening here, before I go into it, is that wasn't God agree for some of those people who's asking for their money. Okay, when they went in court, wasn't God agree? Said yes, you deserve your money. Okay, you work for that money, you didn't that, and then he object to other ones. That's what I believe is happening here. The Britney's lawyer object to other ones because they want to make sure who bring you in here, what were you doing, why you need money from Britney Spears conservatorship, whatever estate, not conservative, from her estate. All right, but the other ones that he did not object to, that's because they probably did their work. All right, let's go into that. Okay, if Britney is free, why is Jody still there? Okay, Jody's job is to create the termination plan and get it sealed and approved. There's also been a few times they've said that Jody plans to always be there if Britney ever need a resource. Not that she get paid for that, but does show Britney trust her some. Okay, so Britney trusts her. I've read, I believe when I started covering an PYTE channel, I have a video about it. I read an article where, yeah, she her position, she trained for that. Okay, she was trained to be in that position, so which means her ethical behavior was on point during her tenure, even though everybody else was stealing money from Britney Spears. That's what I believe, if this is the same person that I believe. Okay, isn't this bad? And it means Britney is paying for all of them, or I'm wrong? Okay, let's read this. Only Jody's requests were approved while Rosenberg objected to. You see, I was right. I was right. Okay? Only Jody's requests were approved while Rosengard objected to all the other requests of payment. So all of Jamie's lawyer, Len's lawyer, all previous lawyers for Jamie, and Britney's former lawyers and firm. So they will not be approved at this time. She will decide after hearing. Okay? I was right. I was right. I was right. So that person asking to get paid, Rosengard did not object to it and say, yes, you did your job, you deserve your money, you should get paid. But the others, they want to look a little bit more deeper. What were you doing during those times? Why did you charge her a certain amount of money? That's what I believe. Okay, who's Rosie? Rosengard. Okay, wait, so both Len and Jamie petition for lawyer's fee is granted? No, the only granted one was for Jody Montgomery fees and expenses. Rosengard objected to all the others' petition. Yeah, that's exactly what I think. Mr. Rosengard, I will do anything for you. Okay, he need a superhero cape. Okay, I don't get it. Yeah, they only approved Jody's legal fees today. Rosengard is filing objection to everyone else. Okay, Jimmy Land, Sam's, etc. legal fees. All right, so that's exactly what I thought. Okay, on the agenda, okay, fee petition. Okay, on the agenda, okay, let's go to S2E12. Okay, that's a different language. Different language. I'm not even gonna try. Okay, when in God, Jamie's counsel stated, quote, let's remember why this conservatorship was created. Britney, okay, we don't need to go back. All right, it was, what is it? There's a video that I have with, did I have what's his name, Ronan Farrow in it, where he explained those kind of things. This is after she had given birth. There's hormone working, and they use that against her to lock her up. Okay, this is not to give a pass to her behavior or whatever, but nobody took the time to understand her. She didn't deserve to be locked up. Maybe she needed to speak to psychologists or something like that to let her understand her hormone and this kind of. But instead, they took it to a quadruple notch, lock her up against her own will, and then imprison her pretty much. Okay, Britney Spears was irresponsible with her money. That's her money. That's her money. And then you have all these people. Okay, let's look at it this way. You have people who Britney did not hire or spending her money. And then you have Britney who could have blew her own money. What's the difference here? There's a huge difference, actually. There's a huge difference. You have people who spending her money at their own free will, and then you have Britney who couldn't even spend her own money at her own free will. Okay, so she worked hard for the money. She could have easily blew it herself. That's her problem. Okay, That's her problem. Let's go back to that. Remember, Jamie's counsel stated, quote, let's remember why this conservatorship was created. Britney Spears was irresponsible with her money, end quote, implying the conservatorship had nothing to do with her safety or mental health to begin with. It was all about money. Bingo. Okay? Judge Penny responded, quote, let's not go there. Exactly. Okay, let's see here. This is good. Okay, I'm going to be more than an hour. Okay, Judge Penny responded, let's not go there. Okay, so when Gordon is saying that the capacity declaration regarding her dementia signed by Dr. Spa in 2008 had nothing to do with it. All right, eventually the truth will come out. The truth will come out. So there we have it. It was about her money, not about her mental well-being. And then Britney have shown the court she is very well in her right mind. Because if you're telling me someone is crazy, is doing that for her freedom, that's not crazy. She knows exactly what she's doing. Okay, let's see here. Okay, nope. And when it ended, suddenly it was quote voluntary. Okay, voluntary my ass. Penny has a lot to explain. I still don't understand why Rosengard agreed to that statement. If it was in order to move along, maybe a federal court with criminal charges he can use to prove otherwise. Important point that has not been addressed once in all these court hearings. What the F? Seriously, don't know why this was not the very first thing demanded by Rosengard for an explanation as to why Britney's rights were stripped away by this prejudicial lies. Okay, exactly. Britney has a right to know why the F this was done to her. All right, but guess what? Let's give let's be reasonable here. Sometimes when you're in the middle of something, you don't automatically catch it. Okay, maybe he didn't catch it at that time when this was said in court. But guess what? It is in the court document now. He could always come back to it to say, this is what you said in court. You say, it was in court. Let's go back to why we were here from the beginning. It was about Britney Spears spending, I'm paraphrasing, Britney Spears wasting her money, this kind of thing, in that sense. All right? So Britney Spears' attorney can now use that anytime that he wants when things is being discussed. Okay, this was never about Britney Spears' mental well-being. It was about her money. So this is already documented, is in court document, is in paper and everything like that. So this, even though he didn't quote it at the moment, okay, many of us, when we're in the middle of the heat of the moment, you don't catch certain things. But thank God for court document. It's saying on the record, it's there. He could always come back to it. Okay. All right. Let's see here. He didn't walk it back or follow up. For the record, every person has the right to spend their money, okay, the way they want and not be subject to a conservatorship. If she wanted to spend all her fund or give it away, that's her right. This is what I was saying, okay? So long as she can stand up and say, quote, I fully recognize I'm spending my money in the fashion or donated all, not under the influence or coercion of anyone else. Okay, she's entitled to blow her money, sell her asset as she sees fit. Okay, her money, her choice, her body, her choice, her life, her choice. Exactly. Okay, I doubt she could have spent 30 million on coffee, but it would have been better than 30 million on lawyers. Okay, this needs to be a meme. Okay, laughing my ass off. Our Rosengard uses that against them now. You see, this is what I was saying. This is what I was saying. Even though he didn't quote it at the moment, but it's on record. He could use it later on against them. And then guess what? Now, them saying on the record, going back to their office, they're going to say, oh shit, what did I say? All right? Nobody was able to, take those words back. They never did that. So they left it on the record. So they could use it against them. Okay? Laughing my ass off. I hope Rosengard using that against them now. Okay? You know he will. Okay, tons of people handle their money badly. Maybe Rosengard probably did it and purposely did not say anything at that time. You know why? Because if Rosengard let them aware of what they just said, then they could take it back. during the hearing. So Rosenberg let it stay, then mention it, did not let them aware. All this is tactic. Okay, I'm not a freaking lawyer, but I could see this. Okay, he purposely did not object to anything or did not say anything when it was said. Why? Because he want to make sure to leave it on record. Don't let them aware of what they just said on the record. That way, he could use it against them. That's a smart thing. That's the way I think he did it. He knew he said it, but didn't say anything about it. Didn't say anything to let them aware. This is what you just said. And then the lawyers will say, oh, I take it back. That's not what I meant. That's not da. And just leave it on the record. That's what I think here. All right, let's go back. I'm already an hour. Vanguard, Jimmy Council. Okay, Vanguard, Jimmy Council. Okay, that's here. Okay, outcome. Everyone involved in this, every single person isn't going anywhere. Not the conservatorship is term you want to get paid and run away. It's not happening. You are all under the microscope, and Rosie, okay, that's the lawyer, is about to light it up. Get her that money back. Okay, let's see here. In other words, they need those money back because you weren't doing shit. All right, that's in Spanish. Let's read this. Let's go into that. Okay, do y'all think Rosengard is going after that $60 million insurance policy required for Jamie as conservator since he has found evidence of wrongdoing, doing, and is making them claim that conflict exists from the beginning? Okay, my question is, if Jamie was broke and working selling smoothies, who paid for him to even obtain the policy? My bet is TriStar. Low. Oh my goodness. See, I wasn't following that much of a microscope, so a lot was said. Okay, they tag somebody. Okay, you were dead wrong when you said Rosengard was a villain in one of your video. I disappointed for that. Okay, I'm disappointed for that. Okay, for Britney. Who is that? Slow and book. Commentator and storyteller, 60,000K on YouTube. Follow. Okay, followed by Emily D. Baker. I don't know who's that. So anyway, let's continue. Okay, everyone was mistrusting someone back when everything started to change. We're all on the same team. Okay, Rosie, as Rosengard, her lawyer. Okay, so let's see here. So I am assume that if anyone still wants to get paid, they need to subject themselves to discovery, turn up to a hearing in July, and then see if they went or not. Sound expensive for them. Let's see if everyone quietly withdraws. Withdrawals will be fun to see. I mean, at this point, I don't think Rosenberg is gonna let everything go. All right, if you're already in there, you know you did the work, so prove yourself. Show your receipt, because even if you withdraw your claim, guess what? Rosenberg is still gonna go after it. They want to know where those money went. All right, reading Liz from New York Times. Her read was, I interpreted that Penny was going to pay the lawyers because that's what judges do, pay lawyers. But this is very encouraging. I wish Penny wasn't presiding so she could get charged with the rest of them. Okay, I think from my understanding, she was from the beginning when Britney was asking to be free from this conservatorship. But the thing is that if in some shape or form she's involved or whatever, guess what? She wants to stay in that case. When things is pointing to her direction, she could make sure it doesn't go further. That's what I think. That's my humble opinion, if that's the case. Okay, Britney is at number 10, trending on Twitter right now. We got to get her to number 1. Okay, I'm just curious, when does the bond company come into play? Okay, at the moment, it's 100% demonstrated. J.S. Wong, okay, Jilly Spears, I guess, wrongdoing for now is all talk and accusation. Rosengard has to come with the proof. See, that's exactly that. This is why he's setting different motion for different things. He wants time because there's so much for 13 years. He needs to dissect everything that happened for 13 years. Then, through all those dissection of things, he could see where all the wrongdoing was done, and then to bring Jamie Spears to court, call him to court. So he can do it right now by hearsay. He needs solid proof. Okay, that's in a different language. Wasn't well dice. Okay, different language also. We overload. Okay, let's see. Quote, I'm still gonna F with his head when I send him that letter. And quote, wasn't God to anonymous person on the phone. Okay. We overheard him on the phone as we were exiting the courtroom, fairly certain his refreshing wasn't good. It was intense in the courtroom today and wasn't well salty. He's not playing. Okay, so I'm almost done here. Okay, let's see. Judge Penny has ordered that no reserve will be held from Britney's fund for future payment, and fees still be debated. This means Britney's money will finally be transferred to her within 7 days. Finally. Okay, fees still being. Okay, let's see here. Let's go into that. Okay, fees still being. She correct herself somewhere up there. I hope she isn't saddened by the amount. Girl has been working her butt off. She deserves every penny and more. I just want my queen to be happy. She deserves the world. Okay, does this mean she doesn't have to pay for Jamie's lawyer's fees? I think this needs to be discussed. Okay, also, should this Judge Penny be presiding over this case? I feel thus this judge has failed Britney in the past and maybe a little bit biased, as a lot of wrongdoing happened on her watch. Maybe I wasn't following that much for me to know, but let's keep in mind, Britney Spears had an attorney, a representative. Maybe her representative was not bringing things to court, to the hearing, to this judge understanding for her to rule over. Okay? Remember, in a court is lawyers talking to lawyers, and then those lawyers supposed to represent their client to the best of their abilities. But that was not happening. We have to understand that. That was not happening. So this judge may not aware of it, in my humble opinion. I'm not them, but I'm just, saying it as it is. Britney Spears' lawyer for 13 years was not doing a good job. Even the moment that I read some of those documents and all of that, I was like, what kind of a lawyer did she have? Nothing was done to the best interest of Britney. So which means when they go to court, Britney's attorney go to court, maybe her lawyer did not present things to the judge, which means that judge was not aware of what was being done to Britney. Do you understand what I mean? So we cannot blame that judge. The more that I look at it, the more that I see it. We cannot blame her. We cannot blame her. Okay, does this mean she doesn't have to pay Jamie's lawyer's fees? Also, should this Judge Penny be presiding over this case? Presiding. Okay, I feel that this judge has failed Britney and in the past, and maybe a little bit biased, as a lot of wrongdoing happened on her watch. Okay, yes, finally, Britney finally getting her hard-earned money back. All right, so they're gonna transfer her money to her account personally. Can Britney still claim on Jamie's bond, and does it no longer exist? Another win-win for Britney, yes. Okay, the thing is that now the lawyer that Britney has is looking out for her. So this is why this thing is happening. So before, the others were not doing that. Whoever was representing Britney was not doing that. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's that. Thank God the lawyers will dry up when there is no money. No disrespect to lawyers with that have pure intention. Thank you, Law Army, for standing up for what is right. And the thing is that I think this is why Britney doesn't want to work right now. She wants that money to be dry out. So whoever trying to get her money, let's see where that go, because she doesn't want to add to it. Because she could easily file bankruptcy because she wasn't the one to do it. But at her conscience, knowing that Rosenberg have removed her out of that conservatorship, then she could go back to work and pay him. I could see her do that. All right, and she could work and make that money. Probably in 2 or 3 shows, she make that money to pay the Rosengard. But those people who were there during the conservatorship, she doesn't want to pay them because they were part of her problem. Thank God the lawyers will try. Okay, I read that. Okay, what money is this? All of her money, or she already had her money, but this is the money that were used by the legal team. Okay, I have the same question too. What happened to her 60 million, 600 million? My goodness. My goodness. Okay, something good came off from this. She just keeps winning. Because she has good representative. That's all. Before, everybody saw the money to go in their pocket. So they never made the court aware of it. That's what happened here. Okay, I hope Britney does this. Okay, Britney and her boyfriend will be thrilled. And then when she get married, to make sure to sign whatever that agreement if they get divorced, so he doesn't dry her up. Okay, hey, you have to think ahead. Sometime at the heat of the moment, everything look nice and juicy, but later on, things go sour and everybody's upset. They want their share of things. Okay, there you have it. Oh, she is free. Okay, yes, she's back in the driving seat. All right, so it's just time. She just needs to see where this goes before she goes start working. She just to enjoy herself right now. All right, John Penny has ordered. No reserve will be held. Okay. Okay, will be held. Okay, so that's that. Judge Penny implied today that when all discovery has been completed, this case will be sent to another department for trial. That's exactly what's happening here. Right now, they putting things in order. Where does everything goes? Who gets what? Where does this money goes? Who was doing the right thing? Who was doing the wrong thing? So right now, she's setting up. Okay, this is exactly that. I think I was right. I think, in my humble opinion, that many things were not presented to her for her to make a decision on, because none of her lawyers, Britney's lawyers, was presenting things to them. And this is why I think the Bar Association should look into those lawyers. Okay, ethical practice, what they're doing the right thing. And I think they might do that after everything is goes to trial. Okay, Judge Penny implied today that when all discovery has been completed, this case will be sent to another department for trial that could be within a year. Okay, so I was right. I don't even need to go. I already passed an hour here. All right, so after this, I think that's it. Werdingard accused Rosengard of leaking sealed information to the press and then made a motion to unseal the entire case file. Okay, why he wants to unseal the entire case file? What does it mean? Okay, Werdingard claimed it will, quote, vindicate and quote his client Jamie Spears. However, it will make all of Britney's medical record public if granted. That is unacceptable and abusive. Rosengard is going to fight this motion till the end. And the thing is that, remember, who's that? The other one went to how do you call it, TMZ at one point. Okay, and then Britney Spears already addressed that. They're giving her pills that she didn't need. She didn't even need. So if things come to light or whatever, so what happened is that what Jamie, her father, Britney Spears' father was doing, when it comes to this position, this situation that we're in, and they want to free themselves, they could claim medical issues here. So during the conservatorship, they were putting her under drugs, seemed like she's crazy and all of that. But thank God, she still has her right mind. In other words, they were drugging her, in my humble opinion. They were drugging her to make her seem insane, unstable. That's the word, unstable. So they could claim that she has some sort of mental issue. But apparently, Britney is very well aware of things. All right, so I went through her oh, there's more. Okay, 7 hours ago. After talking about today, it's pretty clear to us that by intertwining the petition for fees with his objection of misconduct by Jamie Spears, Rosengard is building a criminal conspiracy between Jamie, Ingram, and others. Okay? That's her opinion here. And I felt that. I've been saying that even before I saw this. Okay? If you will recall, when she testified in June, Britney said her team threatened her that, quote, it will be more embarrassing for you if the judge makes public the evidence we have against you, end quote. That is exactly what Jamie Spears' attorney is trying to do now. Yeah, of course, they're trying to do that to make her look. At this point, guess what? Jamie had nothing to lose. Because she wasn't even able to do what she wanted to do. Couldn't go out, couldn't drink coffee, couldn't have certain type of candles and all of that. She had nothing to lose. When everything is dissected and do everything, and if they do that, they actually digging a hole for themselves. Because during that time, Britney says, I didn't want to be in that conservatorship, but you were dragging her, do things against her own will. So they're digging their own grave. Okay, she's free. Let's see. Jamie Spears' lawyer asked court to unseal Britney health record as Singer's estate is transferred to her. Oh my God, Singer transferred to her. All right. So now they want her to claim that she's unstable to take care of her own money. Guess what? If she wants to, that money could go on her treating herself. Okay? These people are mean. Let's go into this. Oh my God, I'm an hour and 20 minutes. That's unconscionable, and isn't that the HIPAA violation? No, it's not. It is, however, a breach of doctor-patient confidentiality, which can also be illegal. While under the conservatorship, Jamie having access to the therapy notes will have been legal because it's privileged information. Okay, that was in quote, by the way. And him being a conservator gave him access. But if there is evidence of conservatorship was based on a lie, does this mean that any statement from this so-called expert is going to be null and void? That's what I think. That's what I think. This is what I was saying. They were digging something. They were digging their own. How do you call this? Their own grave, because at the beginning she said she didn't want it from the beginning, and then she came to the senses to still do all of this. So it was based on a lie. And guess what? From what I read, where Jamie Spears' lawyer was stated in court that let's not forget, I'm paraphrasing now, let's not forget how this started, is that Britney Spears was spending her money. Okay? So it was based on a lie from the beginning. They already said the truth already. So there, this is going to be void. Okay? It wasn't voluntary. She was forced, drugged, and fiduciary duties weren't met. Unsealed can statement based on a lie be regarded as invalid. Okay, if you can prove they lie to enact, they already said that in court in that hearing. Where let's not forget, was it the lawyer said? Let's not forget how this started is based on a lie. I mean, not based on a lie, based on Britney's money, spending her money. Again, I'm paraphrasing it somewhere in this video. I read it. Okay, so it's already based on a lie. They already put it on record how this started from the beginning anyway. So this is why Britney's lawyer did not say anything, wanted to leave it there and to on record. All right, so this is gonna be void. Okay, if you can prove they lie to enact, technically everything that follow could be ruled as tainted. Okay, if you prove conspiracy to defraud everything will be tainted, no question about that. Okay, this is a very good interaction here. That sounds great. Even when they threaten to unseal, it doesn't matter whatever is written in there, considering they really might be able to prove conspiracy to defraud, let alone when the discovery has been completed. I think Britney's lawyer already have the answer to that. On this hearing, because the attorney said at the beginning, let's not forget how this started. Okay, is Britney wasting her money? Again, I'm paraphrasing again, wasting her money. So which means, there it is. It started from a lie anyway. They were worried about her money and not her health. Okay, highly unlikely anything will be unsealed, especially medical record. For one, BJS is now legally in control of, Britney Spears now legally in control of her person consent. She have to consent to release medical record. For two, I believe every official at Stanley Mosque can wait to put this one behind them. Okay, true, from now on, it'll be on Britney's term what can and can be unsealed. Chances are it stays sealed, but as long as it's her own choice, it's all right. As long as her lawyers know and can prove fault, that all the matters, Stanley most definitely wants this off the hand. And I'm pretty sure, knowing how this case is moving forward, I don't think her doctors want this to be unsealed, because now they're going to say, what were you doing? Okay, what were you doing to her? Prescribing her medication. Because at some point, I think they wanted Britney Spears to do something. It was somewhere, not in this video, some old document or something like that, where they wanted Britney Spears to do something, and then the father called the doctor and said, give her this medication, and this one. Okay, this cannot be done. And I think I even brought it up in one of my videos when I was reviewing it. A doctor's supposed to see the patient, evaluate the patient, see if the patient really need that medication. You can't go by somebody else telling you she need that medication. That already a violation. Okay, from if my memory serves me well. Okay, so this is already a debunk. All right, if I could think of this, I'm pretty sure Rosenberg, who's a professional and this kind of thing, will already uncover this. Let me read some more. It's a lot to unpack, but I'm assuming her team is starting from the beginning. If it were me, I'll get her record from 1551. What is that? Okay, that's I read that. Okay, I remember. I read it. It's something to do with medical thing. Okay, both times she was released early because medical staff deemed her couldn't legally hold her. If she truly ill enough for a conservatorship, they will have held her. Okay, not to mention capacity declaration will have been completed and filed. That's she truly where JPS team fell, in my opinion. You can't get a single professional to file a declaration that will legally support your. She truly okay. There it is. People don't want to put their license on the line, and then not only that, if they terminate your license, and then not only that, lawsuit could follow. So they don't want to do this nonsense. Okay, this is why people have to have core values. Don't just because you see something you could freely get as much money as you can. Remain your ethical behavior. Otherwise, they're gonna sue you. Okay, doctors, and then you're gonna lose a lot later on. Okay, Dr. Spar has a hand in it. So what was his role? His name keeps coming up back in the court document. His you can't get a psychiatrist and work at is affiliated with UCLA. He could have completed a capacity declaration, but JBP's on admission, no such declaration exists in the file, so it's moot. Okay, I have to look it up for you. While I believe tried to get capacity declaration from Britney's doctor, but she refused. They don't want to put their license on the line. Before you know, it's Paul was the one declaring Britney was not of capacity. No capacity declaration signed though. All right. He's saying it, but he wasn't putting his name next to it. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. Okay. Ultimately, the conservatorship was granted on the ground of BJE was substantially unable to resist undue influence or fraud. It definitely appeared to have basis in Sam L. and her money versus some opposed defect. Okay, dementia or other neural impairment was, in my opinion, selective because by checking that, you granted additional powers within the conservatorship itself. Okay, also, any doctor, therapist, etc. that submitted information about Britney to the court were recruited by and paid for by the conservatorship. Therefore, it's not a stretch to say their loyalty will be to the conservatorship and not Britney. Well, this is where their value is going to come and hurt them, because no matter what, even if for the conservatorship, even if the conservatorship evaluate her, you should evaluate her and be professional at it. See what is wrong. If you see something wrong, say nothing is wrong, but don't go just because the conservatorship, whoever was in charge of it, tell you to do that. Okay, they didn't go to school like you did to see certain things. My goodness, thus tarnishing any opinion they have. You see, Britney needs independent evaluation. They free her. I don't think she need any evaluation. From what I read, okay, what Britney Spears' father wanted to do is for her to have an evaluation before they could release her from the conservatorship. But she's already free. She's not in the conservatorship anymore. What evaluation they need? None. They don't need anything. Okay, now that she is free, she can. This goes right with JL campaign. That's where they want to go. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I need to stop. I just hope this lawyer get paid by Jamie Spears and Brookman, I hope, and not from Britney's estate. This situation infuriates me. How this can be possible? Either way, we don't believe in evidence during Engram era or pay evidence. Okay, I wonder if that was something held over her during the conservatorship and why she couldn't just walk through the door. Okay, yet with all the advancement in the mental health awareness in the last decade, they will lead to more sympathy for Britney, no less. Okay, how did Penny responded? The matter hasn't heard today. It will be heard at a later hearing. There's more, but I need to continue to end this video. But this is where we at with the Britney thing. What happened is that I was looking for a court document. I like to read the court document myself and see how things come, but I didn't come across it, but this was the best thing to it. And then I give my opinion as I read some of her tweets. All right, so let's do a prayer for Britney. All right, prayer for what? Oh, justice, maybe. Let's do that. Let's keep that. Prayer for justice. Let's justice and well-being. Let's do that for Britney. And well-being. What comes up on top of that? Let's go to the beginning, see if there's something. Okay. Grant us, Lord. That's the same thing. Grant us, Lord, a vision of your world as your love will have it, a world where the weak are protected and none go hungry or poor, a world where peace is built with justice and justice is guided by love. Give us the inspiration and courage to build it through Jesus Christ, our Lord. All right, let's look for an image. Let's do this one. Okay. Good health prayer for a strong body. Lord, you are my strength and all powers belongs to you. I pray for a strong, vigorous body that can easily do hard work, engage in exercise, and has a strong resistance against illness. I thank you that I trust in you. I find new strength and soar high like an. Let's do this. I will run and not get weary. I will walk, not faint. I thank you that I am your creation and you watch over me. Amen. All right, so anyone who's going to any thing against their own will, I hope they find their freedom, and may you continue trust in the universe, God, whichever you believe in, because at the moment it may be hard, but there's always a better day. So just don't lose faith. Keep going at it. Do what you do best. Keep your faith. Pray to whoever you believe in and hope you get out of this. All right, but don't. Okay, let me stop. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. You could donate. So that's it. Thank you.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.